founders call them the guests, like they're one people, one tribe who all showed up at once. But the guests are everyone. Every possible nationality, ethnicity, religion, class, profession, standard of education. There's nothing united about the guests, other than their resentment of us, even though we saved them. And Chen, he feeds their anger, channels their bitterness, and gives them guns. As if we haven't got problems enough already. Chen makes them all worse. Even though the Ark's location was supposed to be a secret, the guests just kept coming. So many of them, so many ships. Some of the guests were clearly criminals and bandits. Some were clearly dangerously sick with highly infectious diseases. And we let them all in. We didn't have to, but we did because it was the right thing to do. We founders turned over our Ark to everybody. And now we get lectured on how selfish we are. We had the coral plants working around the clock and still couldn't make enough buoyant accommodation. We did what we could. We went to double, then quadruple shifts. We designed simpler coral pontoons so we could build new pelgos vastly faster. What? Did we skimp on construction standards? No. We had to adjust them, that's all. Okay, yes, that one was a mess. No getting away from that. But in engineering, if you make a mistake, people die. We definitely dropped the ball on that one. I don't get it. The guests, they work in engineering, maintenance, recycling. They see the system. They see how short we are of resources, spare parts, time. What do they expect? Do they think we actually have power to spare, that we're just not bothering to let them have any? That we can purify more water? Desalination is already working round the clock. What more can we founders do for them? I keep hearing the same thing from Chen. The Ark was in chaos and only the guests saved it. Like we founders were a bunch of wrist-flapping, effete horizon gazers incapable of fixing an algae filter or turbine capacitor. We built the damn place without any assistance from them, and moved the entire thing from the coast to mid-ocean, and the only reason there was chaos was because they turned up, uninvited, in their tens of thousands. You try housing thousands of men and women and children at once. They brought the chaos. They were the chaos. Yet more time burnt away on consultation meetings with guest representatives. What a bunch of thugs. Chen's radicals to a man. They transparently care more about their political movement than the welfare of the people they claim to represent. They keep raiding the clinics, then they demand we reopen them so they can steal more of the supplies that we founders provide and hand them out to the guests, claiming it's a gift from Chen. Why are we bothering with this? You know, there are plenty of great guest success stories here. There's plenty of guests who have worked their way up, taken advantage of the housing and medical supplies and education and all the opportunities that we've offered to them. Why, through the scholarship programs, I've met dozens of smart young men and women who all started off on the guest pelgos. Why can't they all be like that? It's up to them to take advantage of what we already offer, not demand more. Chen should be telling them to work harder, not strike for more water. Another consultation meeting with the guest representatives. More rantings and poundings on the table about water rationing. They demand an end to rationing. We politely request they stop sabotaging the desalination plants. They claim that's a founder's lie. We show them the surveillance footage. They claim it's fake, and we're not negotiating in good faith. What a waste of time. Hard to keep one's temper when they bite the hand that feeds them. Another secret council meeting, founders only, and Mokoena, with the usual furious shouting and table banging. All the public meetings are so formal, so polite. I wonder what Chen would think if he saw how vicious the real meetings are. And it's always the same two topics. What to do about Chen's resistance, and whether to tell them about the failed mission to re-establish contact. I hate keeping secrets. Surely honesty is the best policy. Today, I was spat on by a guest in a clinic. It didn't seem to matter that I was treating her child, or that I'd volunteered my time to work there. As soon as she realized I was a founder, she spat in my face. What has Jen told her about us? What must she fear to hate me so much? How can we trust these people? Captain Mokoena wants to tell the public about the mission. I tried to reason with him. I told him if we told Chen we had tried to re-establish contact with his precious waiting outside world, but that everyone on the mission was killed in the most brutal way, there'd be chaos. People would die. And if people knew that all that was waiting out there for us was danger, we'd lose hope. The Ark has survived for 40 years on energy from the wind, waves, and sun. But without hope, I don't think we'd survive. The truth is dangerous. The truth can kill us. Mokoena's desire to tell the truth is admirable, and in a better world we could and should. But this isn't a better world, and we simply can't. This is all the guests' fault. All of it. They came here in their tens of thousands, and they used everything up. And we broke the Ark to keep them alive, and now they're killing us. Killing us. They should just get back on their boats and go back to wherever the hell they came from. Especially if they're so keen to spend resources. Our resources. Resources that we need to just wander off and find super magic land where everything's free and fine. If we're such morons, if they're such geniuses, if they've got it all worked out, let them swim to dry land and leave us alone. What's this? Demolish the house and build a boat. Abandon wealth and seek survival. Spurn property, save life. Take on board all living things seed. Who sent this?